One of the things that we should be doing here is being very strong in our stance with religious freedom in our country. And that is something that is a debate that is going to continue. But people are, through the Bill of Rights, they're given the ability to worship and to peacefully assemble. And we need to remain true to that. Our allies around the globe want to see us stay strong on our rights and not erode those rights. That is an important component for us, and it helps in other parts of the world when we continue, when we do that. With the human rights violations and religious persecutions around the globe, we need a State Department that is going to step in and say this is not acceptable.
Do you feel that Christians are being persecuted in this country?
I think that we've got some issues where religious freedom is certainly up for debate and discussion, and we want to make certain that individuals have the right to continue to worship and to exercise their religious beliefs.
Can you be specific about the instances in which you feel that Christians are being persecuted?
You know, there have been several lately. I can't give you a specific right off the cuff. I'm sorry. Yeah, thanks.
So did you guys like that video? That was Republican Representative Marsha Blackburn, and she claimed that Christians in the U.S. are being persecuted. Yet when a reporter asks her for examples, she couldn't name a single one. So that myth has been going around for a long time, that in the U.S. Christians are being persecuted. Here is a website I found called OpenDoorsUSA.org, and I think it is absolutely hysterical. This website is meant to show Christian persecution in the world. And while browsing through it, I stumbled upon this nifty little map. These are all the countries with religious persecution. The ones in red have extreme persecution. The ones in orange have severe persecution. The ones in green, baby barf green, whatever color that is, have moderate persecution. And the ones in blue have sparse persecution. And obviously the ones in white have no persecution. And as we can see, the extreme persecution ones are Sudan, Nigeria, Iraq, Syria, Iran, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. Oh, wait, and also North Korea, of course, and Somalia. Yeah, we hear a lot of bad stuff about all those countries here in America. Nothing but shit talking about all those countries. But anyways, you notice that the United States is blank. There is no Christian persecution in the U.S., as stated by this Christian website. In recent years, Christians have felt the need to play the victim card, and it's quite funny, but then when we take a look at the reality of it, there is much worse than what they think is happening to them in the U.S. When it comes to the U.S., there is no Christian persecution. And when it comes to the U.S. as a whole, there may be discrimination against, let's say, homosexuals, but there are not laws against being homosexual. This is a map on the BBC website, and it shows anti-gay laws ranging from death to gay marriage being legal. If we scroll down to the death penalty, all these countries have the death penalty if you're gay. If you're gay, that's it. They kill you. Imprisonment. All these countries in orange. And then the ones in purple are obviously contradictory laws. You can go to jail for being gay in these countries. I will, on the other hand, give her this, though. In America, recently, the decline of churches and the decline of the religious is staggering. Here is a chart of religious orientation by generation. And I thought this was really interesting because you could see the spikes. So we have the silent generation, the baby boomer generation, Generation X, hooray for me, and then the millennial generation. Every color on this chart, except for the yellow woodworky oak color, every other color is some kind of religious extremity. Red being progressive, white being moderate, and blue being conservative. And they have all been going downhill. In 2007, 78.4% of U.S. citizens identified themselves as some kind of Christian, be it Protestant, Catholic, Orthodox, Mormon, whatever, Christian. In 2014, however, the number is down to 70.6%. The non-Christian faiths, Jewish, Muslim, Buddhist, Hindu, altogether have went up by 1.2%. The decline in churches has been staggering as well. In 2007, there were 320,000 Christian U.S. churches. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a number for the amount of churches now, for some reason, but I could find a number for the amount of churches in 2005, which was about 345,000. It's sad to say, however, that there are so many Christian extremists that are waging a war on what this nation was built on. Because, believe it or not, this is not a Christian nation as much as they would like you to think. And I have went over that fact multiple times, and I will probably be getting into it more in the future. But for now, we need to understand that there is no Christian persecution in the U.S. There is no reason to keep spreading these lies. Now, some people can kill somebody else for being Christian, but that is not an exclusive thing for Christians. Anybody can kill anybody for any reason. Persecution is government mandated, and for the most part, nobody really gives a shit. I think it's mostly the time to start calling people out on their bullshit. Thank you for joining me today. This is Lawrence. Love, peace, and chicken grease.